Good evening, dear participant, friends, colleagues, professors.
Good evening, sir.
I hope everything is going well. Okay. Once again, welcome in this session, and we are going to start today's session. And basically, this is MATLAB essential for partial differential equations. Only the basics will be covered during 3 sessions. So during these 3 or 4 sessions, we need to cover the basic essential MATLAB for partial differential equations so that we can easily start this course. Okay. So in today's session, we will cover user-defined functions, anonymous function, and many more, along with the plotting part, 2D and 3D. So I am going to share my screen with you and let's start. So I have already prepared a script file so that we can save time, and in the minimum time we can cover all this content. So here you can see this very smart file, and the same will be uploaded in the platform and you can easily download the same. Okay, so here we are discussing the types of function and how we can create. There are two types of function. One is those functions which are inbuilt function in MATLAB, and we can easily use them as we discussed yesterday. And sometimes we need to create a function which is not defined or inbuilt function in the MATLAB. In that case, we have to write our own function and according to our prompts, and then whatever and whenever we need, we can use anywhere in our programming. So here first is a built-in function in the MATLAB, and MATLAB provides a wide range of built-in functions that perform various operations such as mathematical computation, signal processing, image processing, and more. And all these functions are in the MATLAB library. Okay, and you can easily yesterday we used this statement, and by using this statement we can easily extract all the list of inbuilt functions in the MATLAB. And if you want to use this, so here is the simple example. You can see here we are CLC and clear. As yesterday we discussed about these two functions. Okay, and when we are writing a script file or any file to get the numerical results by using the functions, and we need to call in our script file, then always use these two functions so that the previously used variable and the command space can be cleared by using these two statements. And here we are using the sign function which is inbuilt in the MATLAB. Okay, and just directly we are giving the input, and when we will execute, this will return the solution. So if you want to run this file section wise, and also yesterday I explained about how you can create the sections. For that you have to use this double percentage. Okay, once again you can see here when I will use here double percentage, okay, and then space, you can see that this entire section is again divided in two parts. This is again we have new section. If you want to execute only this section or the statement or sequence of statement which are available in this section, then your cursor must be in this particular section. Okay, and then you can click on run section, or either you can press Control and enter. So only this section will be executed, and the value of this result will be in the command window. So the output values will be always appeared in the command window, and you can manage all the sequence of statement program in the script file or .m files. Okay, so here this is the same as we discussed yesterday. This will return us the list of all inbuilt functions in the MATLAB, and when you will execute, and you can check here. Yes, you can check in the MATLAB, and all the list of elementary functions will appear. Okay, so now we can use all these inbuilt functions directly as our required. But now the thing is, when the function which you want to use and not available in the MATLAB, but you need to create, you have to write. So the procedure is there is some part. So this is the first, what is user defined function? User can create their own function to perform specific tasks. These functions are stored in a separate file with the .m extension. Okay, and we will create now. So before writing the user defined function, we have to discuss about the structure. What will be the structure to write user defined function? Okay, so here I will give you one very simple example. Suppose that if we have y is equal to fx, this is function. Okay, and if I want to write this function in MATLAB, okay, y is function of x. So what I will do, x is argument, input argument, and y is output argument. So this is output argument, and this is input. Okay, so this is output value. So what I will do, I will start from function, and this is the output value. Okay, then this is some function. Okay, so you will in mathematically we will write either with the f, g, and so on, or we can give name. Okay, what according to our choice. So we are giving the name at this place, function name. You can assign any name of the function like fg or fun, whatever you can according to your choice. Then the function can have variable and other parameters. So this is the first input, then we have the second input, and so on. So all the inputs or the arguments, whether it is these are variable or parameters, all these will be at this place, and all input argument will be separated by comma. Then here we have the function body. If you have any some type of this part is the function body. So at this place we have some operator, and we have some conditional statement, whatever for the function we write. So this part will be always function body. Then after executing the function will depend some type of functions or some conditional statement, etc. And at this place we have the output. Output will be result, and then you have to end the function. So function will start from this place and end at this place. So the portion between function and end, this is the functional body entire. So this is a simple way to write the function in MATLAB. Okay, and in the more detail we have put some more description about address space. So very first we have is function. This is the keyword is used to define the function in MATLAB. Then output 1, output 2. Sometimes the function which we have write address space out function has more than one output. Sometimes we need the values of x and y both in our function. Y is function of x, but in the case of output we need x as well as y. X is independent variable and y is dependent function. Okay, so sometimes we have more functions also, like y1 and y2 and y3. These also we can create when we have multiple output depend upon the function. Okay, so all these will be given at space. If you have only one output, then you can use only simply in this way, or you can use this square bracket also. And whenever you have multiple outputs, then you will use in this way, output 1, output 2, and so on. So these are the output arguments of the given function or which you want to define. We can have multiple output arguments separated by commas. So the same description is there. Input function, okay, and function name. This is the name you give to your function. Okay, at this place, it's our desire. You can give any name. Then after we have the these are the input argument in the first step, and comment. Okay, what are the meaning of the comment? Like these are the these statements are the comment which will be the description about the function, why we are creating, what is the purpose, what are the variable. Okay, and whatever you want to describe in the function, you can comment them. Okay, so this is basic information about to write user defined function. So there will be some sequence of a statement. Okay, now I will give you one example, and don't forget the step number 7. After writing all the sequence of statement, you need to end the function also. Okay, but when you will save the file, remember, when you will save the file after writing the function name, file name must be this one with this name. Okay, whatever you will write at a space fun or function name f or g, when you will save, this will automatically saved with this name. Don't change it. Okay, see here, I give you one example. This is the new script, and I want to write here a very simple function. I have is function, and I am taking here is y is output will be equal to this is fun. I give the name fun. Okay, and I have the argument is x, and if you want to take parameter, suppose that I have a is one parameter. So these are the two input arguments. Then after I have y is equal to suppose I have is sine x, and then I have is product a and product x. Okay, and then I this is a very simple example I put at this place. And so when I will save this function, this is very simple function which I put at a place. Okay, and when I will save, this will be automatically saved in my current directory. Control S. See, here is fun. Don't change it. Don't change it. Okay, just enter. So the function has been created. Now you can easily use this user defined function anywhere. CLC. So you can see here are two arguments. So I have to give at space the values of these two arguments, and then we can check it. X is equal to, suppose that I have is 0 and colon point 02 and colon 1. Okay, so this is I have x vector, and the value of a is some argument parameter you can choose. Suppose this is 3. Okay, and then y is equal to, okay, y is equal to I have is fun, and you need to pass these values through this function which you just now create, x comma a, and when you will enter, you can see these are the values of y function, which is user defined function. Okay, so now you can manipulate this function according your desire. You can choose here several values, like if I will choose at space exp. Okay, this is a new function again. Okay, and you can choose here also some more parameter a product. Okay, and save it. First you need to save after you make some changes in your function, then you can play at this place. CLC. Okay, so here is this is the x array, then we have the value of a is 3, and we want to pass through y function, and you can see these are the corresponding values of the y function which you define. Okay, so in this way you can easily define your function. So this type of function which are not inbuilt function in the MATLAB, but according to your desire you need to create your own function. Okay, so this type of function are user defined, and whenever you need you can create and you can call them anywhere. See here one more example. Okay, here is one more function also, f1 a comma x, and here is y is equal to sine a product x, then x square. Okay, and you can use this function anywhere. So these are the this is the one of the example how we can define a function in MATLAB. Okay, any question related to this discussion? Any question please, if you have you can ask from me, otherwise if you have any question you can raise your hand. Okay, so here this is the example for the above. Now how you can use user defined function. Okay, or how you can call all the function after defining it. So here you can see we have my function. I create one my function. My function is this one. So this is my function which I have created, and this is the output. Okay, and this is the function name, and these are the input argument. Okay, and this is the description about the function. This is my function for twice the input value. So this output will be equal to twice the input. So whatever we have give the value at the place of input, this will make twice. And see, so now we are using the function in the script file. Okay, the function which we create, and then we can call the function in our script file or other type of computing part. Whenever, whatever, and where you need, you can call easily. So here you can see CLC, then the input value is 100 and result is equal to, we call the function at this place. My function input, the main function is created at this place. Okay, so this is the function which we want to use at this place, and we want to compute the value, and this will display display the result. Okay, so when you want to execute only these sequence of statement, what you will do, your cursor must be in this section and then press on run section, and you can see the value is twice. The input value is 100, output value is 200. Okay, and if you need, here is one more example, user defined function with the two variable. Okay, if you have any function which is of two variable or more than two variable, you can easily create. So here I put the example of rectangle area. Okay, so here is the formula or the function to calculate the area of rectangle. So what we do, function area will be equal to, this is the function name, we want to compute or calculate rectangle area. So this will have two parameter, length and width. Okay, then after we will write the formula at this place. Okay, this is the our output or the result. So the result will be computed at this place according to the formula, and we know area will be equal to length product width and then end. So these are very simple functions which we are created at this place, and we can easily understand all these functions, how we can define our own function, and then you can call anywhere. So now after writing the code function, you need to save. The file name will be with this name. You can check it in the at this place. So rectangle area, here is the file. Okay, so the file name and the function name must be same. If while saving you make change at this place, then this will not work and will return some errors. Now we are passing the values of length and width, and this will calculate the area of rectangle, and here this will display. When you will execute, and you can say the value is 20, or either you can do in this way. You can do in this way. We have these two argument and paste here. The length is equal to 5. So press it, and width is, you can use in the next line. Suppose it is 20, and so press it, and here. Okay, now execute. So this is the area of this rectangle. Just you need to play this sequence of statement, change the values, and you will have the corresponding result on the basis of inputs. Now we have the function multiple outputs. If you have multiple outputs, then how you can write the function? Okay, so for the multiple output, I have write the function already at this place. Yeah, so I need three outputs. Okay, on the basis of input, input will include variable and parameter x, y, a, and b. Okay, and we need corresponding to these values or variable, three functions are there. Okay, and we want to calculate or compute the values of these three functions simultaneously. Then this is the first function. This is the first function, and first function is output 1 is equal to ax square plus by cube. This is the first function, will depend upon these input arguments. Okay, and the second output function I have is sine ax plus by. Okay, so don't forget about the use of dot and product. If you will use at its place dot, no problem. Okay, you can use at its place also dot. But if you have this type of product of two arrays, multiplication or division, in that case you have to use this dot sign also, as we discussed yesterday. Okay, so whether you are using a dot at its place or not doesn't matter, but this is the ax means a is some scalar value and x is variable. Okay, so you will write a product x, and similarly we have this is the third function, output 3 is equal to exponential ax plus yb. So these are, we have according to our desire three outputs. So now we can easily compute all these three outputs corresponding to this argument. Now come at this place. So here you can see the value of x and y we have is 3 and 5, and those of a and b we have is 2 and 1. Okay, so this is how you can get all these three values. We need simultaneously. Okay, so there are three outputs. This is the first output, z1, z2, and Z3. Okay. And then after we will call the function which we save at a space. Just you need to use this part only. Copy and paste here. This is the same. Okay. Then after, so these input values will pass through this function and will be computed, and all these results, output results, will be stored in Z1, Z2 and Z3. Okay. And then after, if you want to display the value of Z1, you can use the display function. For Z1, this is the display function. For Z2, this is the display function for Z3. And now when you will execute this section by pressing from this place, and you can see these are three values. This is the Z1, this is the value of Z2, this is the value of Z3. If you want to make at a place to change the format and then execute, so these are the values. These are the values of Z1, Z2 and Z3. So in this way you can easily use for multiple output. Is it clear? Any doubt? Any question for this discussion? If you have any question, please feel free to ask from me. Okay. Yes, now we have anonymous function. So the anonymous function are short one-line function defined without a separate file. Okay, whenever we need, we can write the anonymous function and we can use whenever we need. Okay, and this will be very simple function. So here this will be always one line and we need not required it to create function in separate file. So here you can see this is the anonymous function and how you can write. Come to the command window first, CLC. Okay, I need a function f is equal to at the rate, and the function is of one variable. Okay, the function is of one variable. Then I have is sine x, then plus I have is x cube, then I have is 2 product x square. Okay, x square, and then product, you can use here product. Okay, exponential function x, and suppress it, then enter. Now you can pass the value f2. Okay, statement is S is in uppercase. MATLAB is very sensitive. Use here in lowercase. Then enter. And now, yes, see. So this is the anonymous function in one line, and we calculate the value for x is equal to, and this is the value when this value will pass through this function. Okay, similarly, if you have a two variable function, you can create for the same also. You need to choose at this place two variable x comma y. Okay, then you will write some function. Suppose I have is sine x plus y. Okay, and divide by x product y, and then after you can choose some more. You can add or subtract. Here is exponential. And in the exponential we are choosing x square plus y square. Okay, and suppress it by using semicolon, then enter. Now we have two input argument, two variable function. Suppose that the value of x is 2 and that of y is 3, and when you will enter, this is the value of for this function. Okay, so in this way you can write these anonymous function, and all these functions are in one line. Okay, and we need not required to create in the separate file. Very simple to use, as you can see at this place. Okay, so here is also one example. You can see x, y, a, b, and sine is of function ax plus by upon xy, and we compute the corresponding to these values 2535, and this will display the result. And when you will execute, you can check this the value. And here is also we are using this anonymous function for squaring function. Okay, so here we have square is equal to at the rate x and x square. Then we will compute several values by changing the value of x. Okay, so result is square. So this is the function. Note this point, sqr and sqr. So you need to pass the value through this function. So this is the proper use. At this place we are defining the function, and here we are using the same. Okay, so the value of x has been assigned 5, and this will display the result when you will execute this section, and we have 25. Also, there is a recursive function sometimes we need, and here is the one example and how you can use. And before starting this part, we need to discuss some logical operations like if I have is 5, usually we are using a is equal to 5. Okay, so the meaning of this statement is we are using here single equal, and equal is used for the assignment, assign the value to the variable a. Okay, so here we are using single equal, and single equal means assignment. Okay, and the value will be stored in a. So whenever you will use anywhere a, the value automatically will be extracted, which is stored corresponding to this input. Okay, when you can check it. Now, if you are using double equal, just like 5 double equal 5, now this is logical operator. Okay, whether this will be true or this will be false. Enter, and we know 5 is equal to 5. So this is true, and returning at the place 1. Okay. If you are using 5 equal to 6, but we know 5 cannot be equal to 6. So this statement is incorrect. Here is 0. So in this way, these are returning the corresponding uh, value, whether the statement is true or false. Okay, similarly, we have 1 less than 9, and we know this is true. 1 is greater than 9, 0. Okay, so there are several logical operators. Similarly, you can use the negation, not equal, and so on. Okay, but here we need only the purpose of use to 2 times equal. So here we are creating a function based on recursive support. Okay, so how we can do? See here, this is the function, this is the function, then the result, and we want to write the function for factorial. We want to write to for factorial function. Okay, if this is the conditional statement, so we know 0 factorial and 1 factorial both are equal to 1. Okay, so either we are using at this place conditional statement. If n equal to 0, this is the one statement, and the meaning of these two vertical line is or n is equal to 1. So when you will enter 0 or 1, not together. Okay, one time we have only one input. So if this statement is true or this statement is true, then we know the value must be equal to 1. And the other cases, except these two values, whether it is 2 or 3 or 4, then this statement must be executed. Okay, so the conditional statement will control the statements, or also we can say the control statements. So if this statement is true, if the first condition is true, then this statement will be executed. If these statements are not true, these conditions are not true, then this part will be executed. So here we want to compute the factorial for other values. So n product factorial n minus 1. Okay, and then we end the condition, then we end the function. So this is the complete statement of the function for factorial. Okay, and I have write the file at this place. You can see the same sequence of statement are here, and we save the file with the name of factorial. You can use at this place a square bracket. and save it. Okay, now we just call this value, this function, and you can use the same in the command window also. We can use in the command window CLC, and we have is, if you will pass 0, if you will pass 0 and enter. Okay, this will be equal to 1 because the value n is equal to 0. This statement is true. This logical statement is true. So this statement will be executed. If you have n is equal to 1, if you will take n equal to 1, the logical statement, this condition is true. Okay. So this statement will be executed. And when you will enter, we have the value is 1. If you will take the other values, I have is 3. So this condition is not satisfied. This first condition is not satisfied, then this statement will not be executed. This is the other case. This will executed now. Okay. And when you will enter, yes, this is the value of 3 factorial. Similarly, you can check for the other values, and after writing the function, you must check for the particular values before using it. Okay, once the particular values are true, then you can use anywhere. So in this way, you can write this type of function which are based on recursive or the based on conditional statement. Okay, so there are various functions are there, and whenever we require, just I am presenting here the overview about how we can write the functions and how you can use. Now here is one more example. Any question, please? Don't hesitate. Any question, please? Okay, no question. I think all these things are very simple, which I am discussing today. Okay, so this is the same function handle of MATLAB allows you to use function handle, which are variables that store references to function. This is useful when passing functions as argument to the other function. Okay, here you can see this is the function like anonymous, and here you are passing the argument and showing the result. Okay, the similar we have already discussed above. Now we have the nested function. What do you mean by nested function? Anyone, can you please let me know? What do you mean by anonymous function? Sorry, nested function. MATLAB supports the creation of function within the other function. Okay, when a function contain one more function. So there will be two part. One will be the inner part, inner function, and second will be the outer function. Okay. So here I have write the code for inner function and outer function. See at this place. Yes. One is the inner function. Okay, this is the inner function. Yes. So this is the example of a nested function. And this part is contained two parts. One is the outer function. Okay. And these are the values of x and y. And here is the inner function, which we write at this place. This is the inner function. Okay. And function z is equal to inner function ab, inner function ab. Okay. And we have, this is the output. Z will be equal to a plus b. Okay. So this outer function contain this inner function, and you can use directly. You can execute this sequence of statement. Just 1 minute, 1 minute. Okay, come here. Yes. So here we are using at the place this nested function. CLC clear, then display. You should see like output and then outer function. So outer function is called at this place. When you will execute this section, yes, you can see these are the calling outer function with the x is equal to 10, y is equal to 5, and for the inner we have a is equal to 10, b is equal to 5, and the result from the input inner function we have is 15. How this is working? See at the place. So these are the input values, and we are displaying these values. See this statement. So this is the string. This is the string. Calling outer function with x is equal to whatever you will enter at the place. The same will print here. You can see this statement will print here. Okay, this is the string, and also you need to convert this is a numerical value, but we need to convert this numerical value into string, and for that we have num to string function. The meaning of this one is we to convert numerical value into string, we have num to string function. Okay, so this will, what will this do? This will convert this numerical value into the string, so that when you will display the output value will be in the single statement x is equal to 10. So x is a string. This part which is highlighted in pink color is string, and at its place we must have string. So that's why we convert this numerical value into the string. And then after we have and y equal to, this is the y value of y. Okay. And also we need to convert this numerical value into string. That's why we are using here a num2 a string function. Okay. And this will completely print the whole statement in the single line, as you can see at this place. Okay, this will also help you while writing the code, how you can display your outputs with some statement with the description. Then this type of a statement will help you. Okay, now at this place uh, we have inner function which is defined at this place, but we call at this place. Okay, so how you can call? Result is equal to inner function xy. So xy values will pass through inner function also, and will display the result. Okay, this will display the result from the inner function, and the inner function is defined at this place. Inner function is defined at this place. Okay, see, the inner function is z is equal to inner function ab, z is equal to a plus b. Okay, so when you will pass value of x and y, but here we have is a b, so the function is same. The function is same. The values of x and y are for those of for also a b. Okay, that's why this statement inner function called with a equal to 10, b is equal to 5, corresponding to this one. Okay, so this is the inner function. This is the inner function, and the value which will be computed at this place corresponding to value of a and b, the result will be displayed at this place. Okay, see the result from inner function, and after computing the value, the numerical value or the result will be converted into string, and that is 15. So in this way, you can create the inner function, nested function, and you can use sometimes if it is required. Okay. So these are the user defined functions, function handle, anonymous function, recursive function, and nested function, all type of bit. All these are required in our computing part, and so that whenever we will use, all of you must be familiar all these, how you can create and how you can use them. So just you need some practice on it, and the entire script file will be provided to you in your login account. You can download from that place, and the recordings of each are also available. Okay, so here if you want to check some more function, we have this function factorial inner. Okay, you can write the inner function in the separate file also. If I will remove this part from this section, okay, still this function will work, because what is there? This inner function I have created in the separate file also. You can see this is the separate file. I have created the function, and then we can easily call at this place. See, we are calling the function. Where is outer function? Yeah. So at this place we call the function. Okay. Still this will work. You can check it again. You can check it. Yes, the values are here. If you want to manipulate, you can change these values. This is the outer function. You can play the code. Here is 15 and this is 20. After updating the value, you need to save first. First save file, and then you can execute this section. Yes. So now you can see the value is 35. So first, when you are changing the value, you need to save the script file. Only then the result corresponding to the new values will return in the command window. If you are not saving the file and just you are executing, this will take only the old values. But if you want to pass the new value or the updated value, you need to save the file first, then you need to execute the sequence of statement. So this is all about the functions, and now I have some more functions. Any question please about these functions which we just now discuss? Any question, any doubt which you want to clear from my side? Okay, no question. Okay. Sir, is there anyone belong to fluid dynamic research area? I have to ask, dear participant, someone is asking about anyone who is working in the fluid dynamic.
सर मैं काम कर रही हूँ उस पे फ्लूइड डायनामिक्स पे.
Okay, आप गौरी सेठी आप काम कर रहे हो.
Yes sir.
Okay, we have Gauri Sethi in this session, and she is working on fluid dynamic research scholar. Okay, she is pursuing PhD from Jaipur. So she is asking about if any participant who is working in fluid dynamic, and as you know, this is the platform where we can connect with each other, we can support each other, and most of the participant in this program are very experienced professors are also. Okay, and the people who are working in this domain can help or can contact. Okay, how many hours per day? Can you please help me with the sessions day in the week, and how many hours per day? Yeah, per day we have 1 hour, maximum 1.5, and per week we will spend 3 hours, 3 day, 3 session. Okay, so this is the second session, and also we will upload the recorded lecture. Will be there. Script file, video files will also be recorded, uploaded. But here these are only the sessions based for MATLAB essential for partial differential equation. So our main course we did not start yet now because there are some participants who are very beginner, not familiar about the MATLAB. That's why we fixed 3 sessions so that new beginners can familiar with MATLAB. Okay. And I also request to the new beginners, you must use all these script file as well as the how we are inserting our statement syntax, how you can control the MATLAB interface. Like there are several partition in the MATLAB. One is current directory, then we have command window, workspace, history. Okay, so the control over the statement which you are writing and how you can create the script file. Okay, so these are very important in the beginning, and sometimes we are not able to control all this, and how we can open the command window, how we can save the file, and how you can create your current directory, and many things are there. Okay, so these are very basic, and usually in every sessions these are required. Okay, so we fix the first 3 lectures so that you can familiar with MATLAB, and basic essentials can be covered so that the coming sessions can be smoothly conducted. Any more question? Any more question, please? Okay, so this is again I have I will take only 5 to 10 minutes and then we will end the session. So this has been closed. Now in this session, outer plotting is there. Okay, this is not required. We will pass these two files very frequently and simple to write, simple to discuss. Matrix is also will help you while writing the code in the solutions of differential equations or partial differential equations by using the numerical approach. Okay, so see at this place we have this is suppose that this is the matrix and how you can create matrix in MATLAB. Very simple. CLC. Suppose that we have is A equal to, okay, so either you can separate the element by using comma, okay, and if you are using semicolon, it means the next row started, okay, or you can take only the space. Either you will use comma or you can use space, okay. So these are the element of first row, these are the element of second row. When you will enter, you can see the first row element and second row element, okay. So here we have the matrix A and matrix B, both have same size. This is 3 by 3 order, this is also 3 by 3 order, and you can display the matrix by using the same statement as we do in the previous file. And you can see both the matrix, this is the first matrix and this is the second matrix, and for the operation the order of both must be equal, and these are the same operations as we do in mathematics. C is equal to A plus B, the condition is that the order of both must be equal. And if you want to display the result, so this will display the result, matrix addition A plus B is equal to, and then display C. You can execute this statement. Yes, so matrix A plus matrix addition A plus B will be equal to this one. Similarly, you can use for the subtraction and for the multiplication. So here we have A is equal to A product B, okay. So you can see here when you are multiplying two matrices, we will use here A product B, okay. Don't use at this place dot, this will be element wise element product. Keep in mind, if you are going to multiply one matrix with the other, then just use only simple product sign and then display the value. Yes, and this is the scalar multiplication, very simple. And for the transpose you will use A dash, so this will return transpose matrix of the given matrix, okay. And when you will execute the sequence of statement, see in the command window, so this is A matrix and this is transpose of A, okay. For the transpose you will use only this sign, check it. For the transpose only use this sign A dash, okay. This is the matrix inversion determinant must not be equal to 0. Then this is the inverse matrix. If you want to get the inverse matrix of A, here is A matrix, and if you want to calculate inverse of A, okay, so this is the inverse matrix of A, you can directly use. But here first we are checking determinant must not be equal to 0, okay. Then we are using at its place inverse matrix, and else if determinant is equal to 0, matrix A is singular and cannot be inverted. So here this will return us the complete message corresponding to this conditional statement, and you can execute this section also and check here, okay. So yes, this is the inverse matrix and this is the given matrix. If you want to multiply element wise multiplication, then you will use A dot product B. See carefully, okay. And yes, this is the element wise element product. Matrix division, if you need matrix division, you can do determinant of B not equal to 0, then you will get inverse matrix of B, okay. And A product B inverse, A product B inverse will be I, and you can execute this part also. So here, okay, A not defined, A is not defined, you can take at this place A, you can take at this place A and check it. Yes, okay. And then after if you want to solve the equations by using matrix, This is also very quite simple. Okay. Here we have the example. We have 2x minus y is equal to 5 and 3x plus 4y is equal to 14. So we have system of equations having only two variables. So first we need to convert this system of equation in the matrix form. So in A we have the coefficient of xy 2 and minus 1 in the first row and the coefficient of x and y in the second row, and the B matrix will be 5 and 14. Okay, so this is the A matrix, this is the B matrix, and now we are using this line solve function. Okay, so this will solve the matrix and return the value of x, and you can execute this sequence of statement. We have the values of x and y, so these are the value of, this is the value of x and this is the value of y. You can use in this way. And here is also one more way to solve. You can use this also, a backslash b. This will also return us the solution of this system of equations, and you can execute this sequence of statement also. We have same answer. So this is the second method. Okay, we have some specific matrices also, which will be highly useful while writing the MATLAB code by using numerical approach. Okay, here is zero matrix. So in the zero matrix, all the element will be zero. Okay, and you can check it, yes, in the command window. And if you want to write one matrix, all the element will be one. You can assign at its place any order. So here the order is 2 by 2. This is the answer. Okay, for the identity matrix, you will use I function. This I function will return us identity matrix. Okay, so I3 means 3 by 3 order identity matrix. And for the diagonal matrix, you will use this diagonal function. Diagonal, and in the square bracket, we have only diagonal element 1, 2, 3. These are diagonal element. When you will execute, we have the diagonal matrix. Diagonal element are 1, 2, 3, as you can observe in the command window. Sometimes if you need the random matrix, you can use random 2, 3. So this is 2 by 3 order, and when you will execute, this is the random matrix of 2 by 3 order, and each time the values will change, and the values will lie between 0 and 1. The values of this random matrix will always be lies between 0 and 1, and in every time the value will return after changing. Each time the values will change, but the values will remain between 0 and 1. And the last we have is Hilbert matrix, and we have this function help, which will create Hilbert matrix. Okay, and you can run this one. So this is the Hilbert matrix. So this is enough. We have also the sparse matrix. Sparse function is there, and by using the sparse, you can create sparse matrix. This part is important. This part is important to extract the element, accessing the element. Okay, so this will start from this section. This part is highly required. So here we have, this is the A matrix. Okay, and displaying at the place. Now, if sometimes we need to access any element, so to access the element from third row and second column, this is the A matrix, which is having the element this. And if you want to access any element, like the element from third row and second column, so you will use the statement in this way. So this will access the element from third row and second column, which is 8, and here is the answer. Okay, so this is the single element, but sometimes we are concerned about this part. Note carefully. So if you want to get the entire second row, okay, if you want to access the entire second row, you will use a 2 means second row, comma, semicolon. The meaning of a semicolon means entire all the columns. Okay, entire all the columns, but second row. And when you will execute, this will return the all the elements of second row. See, this is the entire second row. I have to scroll up. This is the matrix A. Okay, these are the second row element, and these are accessed at this place, and these elements are accessed by using this statement. Okay, if you are using at this place 3 and execute now, check it. This is the third row. Okay, in the A matrix, and third row entire has been access at this place. And if you want to access the entire column, in that case, you will use check it. This is the A matrix. Okay. And column. The meaning of this column is all the rows, but third column. So when you will use this statement, all the elements of the third column will be accessed. So this is the third row, third column we have is 369, and here we have third column 369. This is the third row, this is the third column. Okay, and you can now play with these by changing. Here is 1 and here is 2, and execute this section. See the values change. Okay, so this is the first row, and this is the second column. Okay, so in this way you can easily access any row and any column. Zeros are also required while writing the numerical method to compute partial differential equation. Okay, so these operations will be highly used while computing the numerical results for differential equations. So here, if you want to access any submatrix, not required, but I have put the how you can access if sometimes you need some matrix, you can do. So here you can see the meaning of this one is first row and second row, the elements from first row and second row. The meaning of this one is second column and third column. So corresponding to these two rows and two column, we will access the submatrix. And when you will execute this section, you can see, compare this is the given matrix and this is the submatrix. Okay, first row and second row, first row and second row, then second column and third column. So this is the second column, this is the third column. The element of first row is 2 and 3, 2 and 3, and here is 5 6, 5 6. We have this element and this element corresponding to this input statement. Okay, so in this way you can easily access the submatrix of given matrix. And last we have, sometimes if you want to modify any element, you can do. How you can do? Display A, this will return the matrix, given matrix, and we want to replace the element from third row and second column must be equal to 10. Okay, but in the given matrix, see what happened. You need to run this code, and now we will check it. Yes, here is 8. Now it is 10. Okay, why this happened? This happened due to this statement. So the element which is in third row and second column, we want to assign new value. For new value, put equal to 10. So this element will be replaced by 10. If you want to update, suppose it is 15, and once again execute and check in the command window. Okay, here is now 15. Okay, here is now 15, but in the given we have is 8. So in this way you can change these values. So for the today's session it is enough. Okay, one part which is 2D and 3D plotting, along with we will discuss tomorrow control statements. Okay, so control statements will be highly useful to control our input and the other statement. By understanding all these control statements, we can easily manipulate and write our programming and will help you. So this is all about today's session. If you have any question, please feel free to ask, and otherwise it is time to end the session. Thank you to listen me patiently. No question? Are you able to unmute your mic or not? I think you can unmute your mic. Yes, all of you can unmute your mic. Any question? Any doubt?
No, sir.
Okay, so thank you very much. Tomorrow we will join at the same time, and two parts are important. One is 2D 3D plotting, and the other is control statements. Okay, but our main focus will be on the control statement examples corresponding to 2D and 3D plotting. I will give only the overview. 2-3 examples will be presented, but the control statements are more important. Okay, so first we will cover the control statement. If we have the spare time, then we will discuss about 2D or 3D plotting. If not much time, then we can skip, no problem. While doing the computing of partial differential equations using the numerical approach, during the time we can discuss how we can plot 2D and 3D of our findings. So thank you very much to listen me very carefully, and tomorrow we will join at the same time. And good night, all of you. This file will be uploaded in your account. You can easily download. Okay, which we present today. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.